Hi Valley Boys and welcome back to my channel. So this video will be different and I'm here just to present it. It's actually an Instagram live that was hosted by Nikki Mirage, which is a crossdresser from Ireland. And we talk about our experience as crossdressers, and we talk about many other things and topics that you're probably interested in. So this might be the first type of video that is like this on YouTube channel, and I have to say that I wasn't the first guest there. So she's doing this very often with other crossdressers, but because I have this YouTube channel, I thought that it would be great that the world will see this conversation because it might help. She had a lot of guests through the time, so I hope that with this video you'll go to her Instagram profile and you'll check her out to other Instagram lives, and you will see her live because I will be there as a guest from time to time. The only disclaimer that I have to say is that it'll be cut only in two parts where we've been just alone with audience, and besides that I will let the whole conversation because there were cool subjects, we had fun, and you rarely see this kind of interaction. So yeah, I'm so happy for this, and thank you again Nikki Mirage for letting me upload this on my YouTube channel, and all the credits go to her, and check her out. And yeah, let's roll the video.
Let me guess if I'm saying this right. Bonacci finit. Yes? No?
No.
No. Totally wrong. That's supposed to mean welcome in Romanian, by the way, for those of you who don't know. I totally butchered that, but apologies.
Okay. I actually understand that you wanted to say Bine ai venit. It's
Biari finit, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, welcome everyone. For those of you just joining, this is the lovely Olive from Romania, and she's going to be joining us this evening for a little Q&A. So I'm going to start with the obvious open-ended question. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so that's pretty hard to tell about myself.
There's no pressure.
Well, I'm from Romania, as Nikki just said, and I started doing this, and I hope that this will not be into the questions because I don't remember them all.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
So first of all, I do YouTube about cross-dressing. Probably some of you will know me from there. I don't know exactly. And what I do there, it's I tell people about my experience, and I try to encourage the others, if they feel to do it, to do not as me, but what they are feeling towards cross-dressing. And the second thing that I do there, it's also music, mostly EDM, and yeah, this is like the main stuff about me when it comes to this world. So yeah.
Awesome. And there's some people asking your YouTube name, so it's Olive Lastrada, yeah?
Yeah, it's Olive Lastrada.
Yeah. Olive Lastrada. And you've got two YouTube channels. You've got one for cross-dressing and one for music.
Yeah, lately I've opened up on one for music, but already with the music that was on the channel before.
Yeah, I've seen both, and I love both of them, by the way. It's very good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I have a question actually. Do you see my head from like?
Yeah,
I'm seeing myself still here, so it's like.
Yeah, no, we can see you. Yeah, you look lovely, by the way.
You look lovely too. So.
Thank you. Yeah, it's always a thing with Instagram lives. The crop on the screen just like cuts out half of your face, and you have to sit like way back to fit into the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
So Olive, how did you and when did you start cross-dressing?
Oh, this will take me far back. So this is
We have all night, and everybody wants to know.
this is probably like, you know, the classic story, probably the one when you're little, and I don't know if yours is the same, but I've heard it many times. Like you see your mom's high heels and stuff like this, and
Mhm.
you are like, I want to wear them, but the society tells me that I'm not allowed, so I will not do this, so I will hide it. So yeah, this happened to me too. Like when I was, I cannot remember exactly, probably 3 years old or stuff like this. But publicly, I started 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago when I started this Instagram. And with that, the YouTube and all of this, and getting out in public and stuff like this. So for the public 2 years ago, and for me, like since when I remember myself.
And have you enjoyed? And like, I mean, first off, I guess like I can relate to that. Very similar to me, very young age, maybe 7, 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Admiring other women's clothes, and but always kind of cautious because I shouldn't like this. I'm a boy, it's wrong, and blah blah blah. And then you get older and you realize, actually, no, this is okay. This is it's normal for me to like this. Um, and as you grew, did you face any, I guess, like struggles with yourself internally? Did you ever sit there and have the shame? Like we've all had the shame, and we've dealt with the like I shouldn't do this. How did you deal with that?
Hmm. Yes. Well, I did that because here in Romania, as probably the entire world actually, there are some religious stuff, you know, and you know that you're not allowed to do this because first it's traditional stuff or something like this.
Mhm.
So of course,
Yeah.
when I was like dressing at my parents' home when they were not home, I was feeling like someone is actually watching me and judging me sometimes, you know. And yeah, I felt that shame after, you know, after I was like, okay, I was sometimes like, I will not do this ever again. This will be the last time. I don't know, throwing clothes away and stuff like this. So yeah, I've been through this stuff of hiding, and I don't think it's healthy at all. Like,
Mm.
probably when I was younger, I was feeling like, okay, it is what it is. But after I grew, I was like, but it's my life, so I don't have to live it like hiding from what. I mean, it's an
Mm.
inoffensive way of expressing yourself. So, yeah.
Exactly. I totally agree. And it's part of your personality. It's part of your persona. It's part of who you are. And I've heard of other cross dressers. They refer to like disposing of clothing as the purge. Purging and getting rid of like the shame. And it's just like it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's totally normal. It's totally it's part of you. It's you. Um, but there's just more of you to love. And I guess like leading on from that, it would be kind of getting into, I guess, friends, family, because it's obviously a part of who we are and what we do on a daily basis. But for some of us, we've got to hide it from other people. We accept ourselves, but we know maybe other people won't accept us, and we got to be careful who we tell and who knows. Particularly for friends, family, and work. Work especially, like friends and family. We can work with that, but like with work colleagues and stuff, it can be difficult. How did you deal with that?
With my family or with all of them, with like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first, who I'd tell first, it was my ex-girlfriend, and I told about this, and it was the first person that I opened
about it. And then in that year, I think it was like 2 years ago, in that, I don't know, in the next 3 months, I started to open up to almost every close friend of mine, to my closest friends, three closest friends. We've actually had a drink at my place, and I don't know, at one point I was like, okay, do you know what I do? I also like to cross dress. So yeah. And they were like, what? I don't believe you. It's just a joke, blah blah. But they were accepting it like instantly. They were like okay with it, because I knew from the beginning that I knew their ideologies and their, what they're thinking. So it was okay for them. Then with my family, uh, it was more of a joke actually, because my mom always told me something like, I don't know what it's called in English, nickname probably, but not nickname. She was more like my darling, my girl, my, even if, yeah. And I was joking like, Mom, do you remember that you always wanted a girl? And I show her a photo of me on Instagram with me in a dress out and about somewhere. And she was like laughing, and then she called me like, what are you doing? you know and yeah, we sat and talked about it, and she is very supportive about it. I also told my father when we had a talk, like we had a drink together, and I told him that I don't know if we were in the, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he remembers actually. So we were in a place where, yeah, we didn't talk about it afterwards. But I don't know. But I think he don't want to talk about it, but he knows, so it's okay. And at work and in generally, I'm very careful who I tell, because for now I'm a freelancer, so I'm not working with anyone, physically. So, but when I worked back when I worked, I sold to three people, and one is my girlfriend, my current girlfriend, and two others. And yeah, uh, only the people I trust I can tell. And if I bump into someone when I'm out, I'm okay with it. So yeah, I'm not.
That's a,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good way to be. That's really positive. I mean, I'm so glad to hear that, you know, that went so well for you, because, you know, you've probably heard countless other stories of other girls who've come out to spouses and friends and family, and they've been rejected, and it's been horrible for them.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's so refreshing to hear a story where, you know, particularly like Romania is a very like religious country, much like Ireland. Ireland's a very religious country as well. Like Catholicism is a very big part of culture here, and what I do here is considered to be, you know, taboo.
Yeah.
But like times are moving forward, and people are starting to move with the times, thankfully. Um, and like what you've said about like telling your mom and your dad, I'm in a very similar situation to you, where my mom is totally cool with it. My dad is cool with it, but he just doesn't want to talk about it, you know. Very, very similar situation. Yeah, that's cool. I'm so glad to hear that that's it's going well. And you've got a partner as well, and she's supportive as well, and that's awesome.
Yeah, she's very supportive.
Yeah, that's so important, isn't it? Like, I mean, it boosts your confidence, and it really pushes you to, you know, thrive in this whole femmehood or femalehood or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's very important to have someone that like, it's not like it's okay to have someone like when you say I want to go out, and the partner is okay. But for me, it's also the part where she is like, well, don't you want to go out like this? Like, she's pushing me to do this, and it's very cool. Yeah.
It's brilliant. And like, and as Olive, you've gone out, and I've seen, you guys have to check out Olive's video where you went to Italy for a period of time, and you spent the whole time as Olive. Fantastic in that heat with makeup and hair, like, girl, wow.
Thank you.
I couldn't, I'm from Ireland and it's not very hot here, so I melt very easily. But how was, like, I've watched the video, I've heard your experience, but like for the other girls here who are watching, like, just maybe a little bit about how that was for you, spending all that time as Olive.
Yeah, it was very cool. Luckily, it wasn't in the summer, so we went in February, and it was like, I don't know, it was like spring actually there. And I wanted to do like keep like from the beginning, like I wanted to go to pass the airport, you know, like with makeup and all the stuff, but I didn't have the courage to do that. So I'll probably next time, because I don't know, my identity card, it's me with the beard, so it's not yeah. Luckily I've lost my identity card, so I have to do another, so probably would be more similar to what I am now. Yeah, the experience overall was very cool. I didn't want to take too much, like I didn't want to do my nails or to have a wig or stuff like this, because I wanted to be very casual. I've learned through the years that it's better to be more like you than trying to simulate something, and to, I don't know, to just, it's also uncomfortable to simulate. Yeah, it was very cool, and no one said, without two people that call me sir, or I don't know, but it doesn't matter that much, like, but I remember them, but it doesn't matter so much. Okay.
I get them one day.
Yeah, the dead note around there, but it's not. No. I'm just joking. But yeah, I was going there with my mindset that I will do it. Like I didn't bring any boy clothes with me, and just to put me in that situation where I had to do it, because if sometimes I feel like if I don't do it, I will feel bad afterwards, because I will think about it like it was a great opportunity to do this. I've been in France also, and I did it there. But there I was a bit uncomfortable, because there was like, I don't know, very hot temperature, and again with the wig, it was pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I'd love to do that. Me and my partner, we recently went to Copenhagen in Denmark, and I thought about bringing Nicole with me and saying, okay, Nicole is going to go out and she's going to have a great time. But I didn't do enough research on their customs, traditions, and kind of acceptance, you know. And then when I got there, I saw other cross-dressers out in public during the day, walking about, no problem. And I was just like, okay, next time. Next time, definitely.
Yeah, as I know, for example, in Italy, I was before in 2016, and it was like it was a different world like back then. As I've heard, they were doing very much progress towards LGBTQIA, and that's good to hear. And in general, I see that, I know that Scandinavian countries are okay with it, like mostly, and I think in capital cities in general, it's okay to go when it comes to Europe right now. to European Union mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I used to live in the UK. I lived in England for a while. I used to work in Scotland. I'm obviously like I'm in Ireland now, but yeah, I've been like around like you know
Yeah.
around the locale. And pretty like generally it's fairly accepting, and like obviously the bigger cities. Dublin is the capital city of Ireland, and we have a fairly accepting I guess society there. We have like a gay district
Yeah.
where there's a lot of LGBTQ bars and venues there. Um, and where I live now, it's a smaller city. It's called Galway, and it's in the west of Ireland. And we have like maybe two or three venues in the city that cater for our ladies like us. Um, and yeah, they're awesome too. And like it is getting more progressive and more forward thinking, which is good to see. So I think by and large we're like a luckier generation where we get to grow up where it's not like we're not going to get arrested for it, we're not going to get beaten for it or whatever. But like I do know there are still countries out there that you can still be persecuted, you can still be arrested, you can still be God knows some horrible things can be done, and that needs to change. That needs to change like
No.
now. No, it's like sorry. What's Romania like? Like is Romania like a country that is progressive thinking in that sense, or do you see any kind of change? Do you have like outlets you can go to in public, or there are bars you can go to, or
Well, we don't really have a statistic out there, and but from what I knew actually, so it was a referendum in 2000, 4 years ago. I'm bad with saying years in in English, so yeah,
Mhm.
4 years ago. So and it was about family, and they wanted to write in the constitution that family is only between men and women,
Okay.
and um, uh, they didn't do it, like they failed. So the society it's for sure not for the traditional way. So that we know for sure. But when it comes to LGBTQI people, uh, it's there are some cities where you cannot do it. Like as you said, you're living in Western Ireland, and probably I don't know how many people are in your city, for example.
I
Uh,
think about 300,000, maybe 350,000.
yeah, okay,
Small.
that's no, it's like the second city in Romania has also like this. Yeah, I think there are places like in the capital city, in the center, and in the center actually. Like we have, I don't know, 5 venues in total when it comes to like in all Romania, probably when it comes to this. Um, and it seems that with the newer generation, people will be most open about it, because when I was at the Pride this year, there were many young people there, like younger than me, and yeah, I think when it comes to the future, it will be better. Like I've seen in the last years that is also like a good change, but it's bad that it seems that for now it's only sometimes the political stuff, and it's been doing the attention of mostly I don't know, far right parties, like
Mm.
far right deputies,
Yeah.
that from time to time they are trying to vote a something against, but they fail. So it's rarely to see that it's put out something that it's pro, you know. But I think overall the people start to think that we are all people. and they are starting to not judge, at least in Bucharest. But in the rest of Romania, we have many rural parts, so yeah, there it's probably not okay.
Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, it's much the same here. Like more rural areas are less progressive than urban areas. I mean, I'm just looking back at some of the comments here people are leaving. Georgina says, "Wow, look at you both." I had a question there for a second. Nikita was asking the question. I think it was actually for a question for you all. I've
Okay.
scrolled back so far. Oh my God. Um, ah, where is it? Okay, it's just like not coming up here. There's so many people joined in the last like 20 minutes that I'm just like trying to. Okay, so it's like from where you're from. Okay, so in Romania, what's it like to go out in Romania? So if you were to leave the house right now and go out as Olive, what would your reception be by the general public there? Like, would you? I know you've said it's like becoming more progressive, but like as of today, if you were to like go to the store and buy something for yourself and go home,
Oh
how
no.
that? No.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be that. I mean, it depends. I mean, people can see it. Uh, People will not see it as it is, for sure. Some people will see it as offensive, and some people will see it as a joke. That's like probably, I don't know, 99% of the people, and probably 1% will say, "Oh, probably it's a identity stuff." But that's what I'm thinking right now. So mostly when I go out, I go to the clubs and also, I don't know, go out in at um, at a hour that I know that not so many people are out. So I'm pretty careful about it. So I cannot do it like all the time. Yeah.
I get that. It is tough. I mean, for the longest time, I used to only go to Dublin, and we've got this big venue in Dublin called the George, and they have like drag queens that are there performing on a regular basis, and that's the only place I ever used to go because it was totally anonymous. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew where I was from.
Okay.
It was so far from home. And that's when I first started. And then now, I go to my local bar, which is like it's technically kind of a drag bar. Nova Bar is kind of like a drag bar, but like I will like walk through the street and go to the bar, or I will go to my sister's. My sister lives like maybe 15, 20 minutes away, um, and she lives in like a built up area. But I'll walk through the street. I don't care. I'll At the moment I'm kind of at a point in my life where I just said no, fuck it. I don't care. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
like, life is too short. But I know it's not that easy to do that. I'm not saying that's an easy thing to do. I'm not saying that it's a fickle thing where just fuck it. Like it's not it's not like something that everyone can do, because it's not an easy thing to do by any means. I'm just a very reckless person, I think. But also I think because I've spent so long hiding who I was. Like I spent like 10 years like hiding myself away from everyone, and not accepting myself, and really being depressed and angry and acting out all the time. And I guess when you get to that point, and then you just say, okay, I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm just gonna accept myself. I'm just gonna get out there. I'm gonna be who I want to be. I don't care if people think I'm a pussy or I'm a, I'm whatever. I'm just gonna be myself. It
It's cool.
doesn't
It's
matter.
cool to be a pussy, so
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean, like this whole thing of a man needs to be a man. I mean that's such an old way of thinking. Like I mean, it's so backwards. I mean, guys have feelings. Guys have things they need to explore. Guys have needs, and like some of those needs are to explore this fashion, makeup. Guys' clothes are boring. You know, we wear shirts and jeans, and that's literally the only fashion choice we have. And let us have more choices. I mean, like, you know, you get into girl stuff, and it's like thousands of accessories, thousands of choices. I mean, you can't decide. It's fun. Um, so
And
that,
there are also the thing that guys wear, and girls took them and make it better. So there are
yeah,
also, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like originally, I guess, like originally, like, dungarees used to be a thing that guys wore, you
Yeah.
know, and then like back in the like 80s, I mean, like the "Come On Eileen," you know, song kind of comes to mind, but like dungarees were made like a tomboy kind of girls fashion accessory, and they've come back into fashion too. So it's like, yeah, they do. You're right. They make it better. But in terms of like clothing and fashion, like what would you say your I don't there's no pressure with this question. Don't pin yourself to one thing. I mean, I know there's so many things we can choose from, but like, what's your favorite kind of um like style, or who do you? Because I guess for me, I have like a female icon that I like pin most of my look on. But like for you, like, do you have that, or do you just like do you wing it, or do you just do your own thing, or what do you do?
Yeah, well, I think it's mostly because of my background. Like when I was uh, in my teenage years, I was listening to mostly emo stuff and, I don't know, rock stuff, and My
Me
Chemical
too.
Romance, and yeah. I don't think I have a icon, but like right now in this moment, but I know that it was influenced my style, like probably when I was like 60 or 60, it's right. The teenage
Mm.
is 60 and
16, yeah,
16,
yeah.
okay, the elder, okay. Uh, and yeah, back then, I think I was looking towards Taylor Momsen and Hayley Williams. But
Ah,
after all of this, you know, after then, I think I started to bring from many other parts, and I started to look to, I don't know, to imagine myself how I will look when I will start. So I was preparing to, to start. So like 10 years, it was just in my mind how I will look, because I didn't have the opportunity to do it. Um, so yeah, mostly I don't have a icon, but mostly it comes from that background. Probably right now I like go gothic stuff,
mhm.
and but I like also the, I don't know, mostly urban style and probably bohemic style sometimes. It depends on the mood, but like the main part is from that background.
That's awesome. And like when you say like emo kind of gothic stuff, like when I was growing up, my like one of my favorite kind of like not so much gothic but slash emo bands, but like My Chemical Romance, like they were kind of like one of the bands that I used to grow up with. Um, then AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, you know, Iron Maiden, Metallica. They were like Pantera. They were kind of like the bands that I, you know, followed the most. Obviously the Foo Fighters as well. I love the Foo Fighters too. But like rock and grunge rock and punk, that was kind of like my whole thing. And I took so many looks from that. So like David Bowie
Yeah.
as well, you know, like a big that's a really big one. Queen, Freddie Mercury, obviously, you know, and Christina Aguilera. Um, that's
I
quite a
can see
contrast.
from the wig a little bit somehow.
Yeah, yeah, I love Christina Aguilera, and I try to kind of, well, not so much my whole look on her, but like certain aspects, and
Yeah.
because obviously like she's just, you know, beautiful and whatever.
Yeah, I like her too. So yeah,
Yeah.
I like people from the pop world too that inspired me for the time, like Taylor Swift, for example. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
have I have also from there.
We got some questions here, girl. We better answer these questions because these people are going to get antsy otherwise.
Okay.
Um, so let me just scroll back through here without my big thumbs. Like so. Okay. So both of you, do you consider kids one day? And if yes, what's your vision? How do you think it suits with cross-dressing?
Okay, I'll answer this. Well, right now in this moment, I'm not thinking about this, but like I'm 28 years old, and if I was living like 50 years ago, probably people would told me like, why don't you have kids? But right
Mhm.
now, so yeah. Um, well, I'm not saying no to this, and of course I will be open about it. And since I hope that we will live in a better world, uh, and Romania will not get back in what it was, so in communist stuff and totalitarianism.
Totalitarianism. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that I will be open about it, and like I will not say like you have to cross dress or things like this to my kid. I'll say to do what she or he or they want. So I'm very open about it.
That's a good answer. That's a very good answer. All I can say is, you know, that's
It's a very safe answer. I don't know. No, it's a good answer.
a good answer. Yeah. I already have like I have one child, and he is 10 years old, and he does not know about Nicole, um, purely because he doesn't really need to know right now, I guess. Um, when he gets older, if he has questions or he finds like one of my wigs or something like that, maybe, you know, we'll have the conversation. But right now, it's not really. I mean, at the moment, it's like when he's in school, I'm happy to say it is being taught in school. So, you know, transgender people are being, you know, educated. Like they're being told about it in school by their teachers. So, not everybody is the same. There are people that are different, and it's okay to be different, and that is a positive message. So, yeah, and I'm raising him that way. So, like, he knows that like not everybody's the same. There's so many different types of people, and it's okay to be different.
Yeah.
So that would be my answer to that question. But yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, to you it's a bit different because 10 years ago the world was pretty different. So it's it's normal. Like 10 years ago it was harder to tell your kid like, to raise him from the beginning with the whole stuff than it will be probably in the next 10. And yeah, it's
Yeah,
very understandable.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's like a stepping stone. It's like okay, like so young right now, so no need to burden with all that. It's just like it's too much to understand. I mean, like kids growing up, going through puberty and dealing with all their own stuff,
Yeah.
that's enough for them right now. Like they don't need to be worrying about mom and dad and worrying about like, why do you wear makeup? Why do you wear wigs? Why do you look so fabulous? Um, but like, you know, in time, it's gonna come out in the wash. But that's fine. I'm prepared for that. I've had enough time to think about it. So, and I think he's been raised like the way that I think he'll be able to process it and understand. So
Yeah.
it'll be fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah, also I'm in the same situation, not in the same situation because it's not my child, but with my brother, for example. My brother is 10 years younger than me, so he has 18.
18, yeah.
Okay. Uh, and I didn't tell him. Like he doesn't know, my parents know, but he does, as I know, he doesn't know. Probably my mom told him something like this. Because first of all, I don't know, I don't want him to live with that. I don't know what the reaction can be. And also I don't want him to be bullied for something like this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense. And like, I totally get that because I'd be the same. I mean, you know, small villages, small towns,
Yeah.
people talk, you know, and everybody knows. Like, at least in Ireland, everybody knows everybody else's business. So if you have a neighbor who's like 5 miles away, they still know what you're doing somehow. You know, it's like really nosy people. I don't know if you have the saying in Romanian, nosy. It just means people who are like, you know, they want to know everything about everybody. You know, they want to.
Yeah. I think they are like, everywhere. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I call it like a fishbowl. You know, it's just like a small area is a fishbowl, and like everybody knows what's going on in the fishbowl. It's just. Yeah. TPC is says, hello, I'm leaving Taiwan. How do you do your face and your eyes for other people? Okay, I'm a crossdresser too. So I think what he's trying to ask is how do you do your face and makeup, maybe? Is that correct?
Yeah. This is very hard. I don't even know myself how how do I do my own makeup, because sometimes it's so different. So it never stays the same. For example, this time I wanted to do as simple as possible, even if probably it doesn't look as simple as possible. But it took me like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like this. And I think it's very important if you want, actually, when you are doing your makeup, because again, it's a stereotypical type, to be careful around here with, you know, with the clock shadow, with the shadow.
Clock shadow.
Yeah. If you want that, like right now, it's the thing that I care the most. I don't know why I still do this, but yeah. So my process is foundation, then I do my eyes. For example, this time I've only did eyeliner and that's it. And this time I only wear a lipstick and that's it. So I only did 3 things. If you want to get more in depth, you can do contouring as you just did. So yeah. And of course eyeshadow, and yeah, yours is more sophisticated than mine right now.
Girl, if I could get away with what you've done and still look as good as you do, I would do it. I just have to do way more to chisel out this face.
Oh no. You look very good, so I really love the way you look. So yeah.
Thank you. And you know, like your look as well. I mean, I've seen your Instagram post, I've seen your videos on YouTube, and you've got like a very natural look. You've got like sallow skin, so you've got a very like exotic kind of look going on. It's very, yeah, it just works for you. Okay, I'm kind of jealous.
Zombie, I don't know what I'm doing, so it's
whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah, probably the formula at one point will go, so I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Ooh, look at us complimenting each other and getting all like,
oh, you're good. Well, you
so the real Olva has asked a question here. I am really into cross-dressing, and it used to be part of me at some point, but now I am in a boys' hostel with a roommate. I am not able to dress up, and I'm kind of getting anxiety. Any advice? Okay, that's a tough situation.
That's really tough. So he says that he is living with a roommate, like in a student campus or something like this.
A boys' hostel, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, well, closely to that. Yeah, I've been through this, and it was hard. Like when I was at the university, I don't have a advice for this. Like I can say I from in the last, I don't know, months, I started to think twice when I gave advices to people, because those people are not me, so I probably can get wrong advices. Yeah, all I can share is my experience, and I can say that I've been to something similar, and I've I was doing it only when I was going to my parents in weekends if they were gone. So it was like from time to time. So all I can say about this, it's patience. I don't have any anything to say. Like, I'm sorry. I don't have.
No, that's good advice. To be fair, that is good advice. I mean,
No, or to see how people are. I don't know. He was saying where he is, or it's possible to
yeah,
make things out there that probably are into it, but it's very hard to discover because people are not so open about it. But
yeah. That's the thing. I mean, like I was in a, like you, I was in a similar um position where so my followers know kind of a little bit about what I used to do when I worked abroad. I used to fix aircraft, so I was an aircraft engineer. And I traveled around, and I went from airport to airport, and I'd be just told to go, there's an aircraft here that needs to be repaired, there's a plane here that needs to be repaired, and I'd have to just go where I was needed. And it was very lonely, and I was in hotels all the time. And if I wasn't in a hotel, I was like bunking with, like that, with roommates, staying over. And I had absolutely, like, for a full year, I had no Nicole time, like no time, no girl time at all, no makeup, um, no hair, no dress, and it was very, very depressing, and it was very difficult to deal with, because obviously, for me at least, when I am working and I'm in guy mode, we'll say, during the week at work, it's stressful. There's things to deal with, and then like engineering it can be a demanding enough role, and then when you come home, take off your guy clothes and put on your girl clothes, and your hair and your makeup, and like all of your guy problems just fade away, and you're this other person, and you don't have a care in the world, and everything's just perfect because now you're Nicole, or you're Olive, or
yeah,
you're whoever, and it's just like an awakening, like a fresh start. You clean the slate again for another little, just a tiny, tiny amount of time, but it's precious time.
yeah.
So I totally understand why that would be so difficult not to have that. And again, like you, I don't give advice on how to deal with these things, because it's individual. Everyone is different. But from personal experience, from the way I was, like I understand how difficult that is. The only advice that I could give myself, if I was to go back in time and say to myself, would be hang in there. And like you said, in time it will get better. You're not always going to be where you are right now. You will eventually move on to somewhere else, and you will have the time to yourself that you deserve. And with that time, you can make up for. Yeah, that's really all I can.
Yeah, yeah. You said it very, very right. At the same time, I wanted to say two things. Well, the first of it, I only remember one. So the first of it was the fact that this anxiety made me actually open up about it. Like the story is that when I opened to my ex-girlfriend, we were in a lockdown, and it was impossible to hide anything about this. And so I was like, okay, damn, I had to get relief of this and said it out loud, and it will be okay. But again, it has to be someone that you trust. So yeah. And the second thing that doesn't have anything to do with it is that actually I'm an engineer too, but
Really?
yeah, but I don't work as one. It's my degree is in engineering, but right now I'm doing video editing and stuff like this. I've been 3 months a civil engineer for, I don't know, metal stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we got shit in common, girl.
Yeah, yeah. My chemical romance and engineering.
It's a small world. And also, I've noticed, okay, and this is not like something that's like random or like even like singular, okay? Almost every single cross-dresser that I have spoken to plays the guitar. And that is not, I play the guitar. I've been playing the guitar since I was 12 years old. I see like in some of your posts, you've got a guitar in the background, so I'm assuming you play the guitar too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's so many of us that are, you know, and I have this theory that like musically, artistically, like I'm a very artistic person. Like I like make movie props and things as well in my spare time. I'm really into like cosplay and like Comic-Con and stuff like that. Like that's you like that too?
Yeah, I don't do this, but yeah, I would probably do it. Like, I don't know.
It's fun. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fun and like music's a massive, like a huge part of my life too. And playing the guitar is obviously it's meditation for me. You know, I can like meditate with music. Um, would that be the same for you? Do you like chill out
of
with?
course. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm into depth when it comes to music. Like, I wanted to go into producing.
Mhm.
Actually have a plan, but I don't know if I will do it because it's pretty dangerous. I want to do a artistic moment. Like, I want to make from this look a pop star or something in Romania, but I'm not sure if people will be okay with it. Like, when I sing, I have a very low manly voice, and with this tiny face, I don't know. It's pretty hard for the Romanian people to conceive, to uh, to think about it, to
Hey,
perceive
I'm
this.
already a fan, so you know.
Yeah, thank you. Too bad that I don't think about it to do it in English. Probably it will be safer, but I'll think about it. Yes, when it comes to music, it's a huge part of my life, and all the feelings that I have, I've put it into that guitar, or lately into producing something that probably doesn't sound good, but at the end of the day, but meanwhile, while I'm doing the tracks and all of this, I feel good, and it's all that matters. I play guitar, I play bass, I play a little bit of piano, I play some weird flute. So yeah, it's they're here, so that's why I'm pointing here. So yeah.
That's awesome. I like that's so like this is so sorry. This is so weird because like it's so reminiscent of like me too. Like I play guitar. I play a little bit of piano. I'm not very good on piano, but I play a little piano. And I play a recorder, which is like a flute. It's called a recorder. I don't know if you've ever heard that before.
I don't know.
It's it almost looks like the flute that they use to charm snakes out of hats. Um, it's
Okay.
almost like one of those. Yeah. I play that too randomly. Yeah, it's so yeah, it's so bizarre how we're all. But then again, when you think about it, like you're like whatever compartment in your brain controls like your artistic, you know, expression, like you want to like express some form of artistic expression, like makeup and beauty, like it's part of that. Like it's an artistic expression as well. So it makes sense. It kind of falls into form, you know. It flows with your, you know, your
It's
creativity.
very interesting that, for example, I used to hate, not hate. I didn't like David Bowie when I was a teenager, just because by saying that I like him and people know that he was androgynous and doing this stuff, I didn't want to be put in the same place because
Mm.
I had that fear, you know. And when I get into him, I was like, oh my God, this is like maybe all of us, you know.
Yeah.
And he was very cool.
He's amazing. He was amazing. God
Yeah.
rest him. He was amazing. He was an absolute genius, and he actually like orchestrated like the single most fantastic thing ever. Somehow he managed to release his last album on the day of his death.
Yeah.
Somehow that happened. That
I
was
know,
like, wow.
yeah, I know that Black Star, the video was released, I think 1 day before or something
Yeah,
like that, or the same
yeah,
day. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It was just like, how did you do that? That was just like the most artistic way to just like bow out of the scene. It was just like, there you are, goodbye. And it was just like, okay, wow. I'm
Yeah.
impressed. Officially, I'm impressed. Yeah. Got my eye on it. Has got a question. This is one of those questions that like not everybody is comfortable asking. So it goes like, so not all transgender are bi or straight. How can I find out without being rude?
What can find out what if
So
how to find out what the sexuality of one of
yes.
us is? I think it's just by asking, probably,
Mm,
but it depends how you ask. Like if
exactly.
yeah, there can be many types of asking. So probably just I don't know, are you into girls or men? I think is proper normal question, and probably no one will get upset by that. Yeah.
Etiquette is etiquette is important, and I guess like to you and I, it's not unusual to find inappropriate things in our DMs because I've had a lot of inappropriate messages.
Yeah.
You know, like you're like presenting as a female, so you have to be gay, and it's like, no. You're presenting as a female, so you want to see my dick. No. You're presenting as a female, so you must like, you know, be into all sorts of everything. And I'm just like, no, I'm pretty normal. I do pretty much everything you do. Just I don't send pictures of my dick to people. Um, that's just like I never understood that. You know, it's just that's rude. Um, like that's rude. So as long as you don't do that, I think you're okay. But like, yeah, I mean, how do you deal with that? Like, I'm sure you had the same.
Yeah, well, I usually answer to the people that are asking me things about cross-dressing, and
Me
that's
too.
it.
Yeah.
So I don't answer to any guys that want things, and I don't answer to hello and that is it. I don't answer to can I ask you a
Hey,
question?
baby.
Yeah, yeah. There are some people that are like, can I ask you a question? And nothing. I mean,
You just did.
you're not like you're not gonna go there and say what question, because probably it will not be any question. Like you
Mm.
can put a question before you ask, can I ask you any question? And I don't know how I dealt with that. Well, I did a video about this, and uh, I can't remember what I said in this, but I know that I'm not cool with it, and with people that are sending dick pics and stuff like this. And I don't, I don't know what are in their mind, because I don't know if they are if their people behave like this also with girls, with biological girls, but I think they mostly do,
Probably.
because they think that they're entitled to do it, uh, and yeah, uh, probably it will never be solved, but or you can ignore this, or you can present them like to shame them probably sometimes, because some of them are not okay at all. So yeah,
Yeah,
like I used to do sometimes with people that annoyed me, like really, really, to put them in my stories and said about them.
yeah. Like some people are so aggressive, you know, they
Yeah,
really just want to push, you know, and it's just like, why? You
yeah,
know?
no, yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand. For example, there are some what's called some pages that are promoting cross-dressing, that
Hmm.
also are hiding like there are men that just want to say sexual stuff or something like this.
Yeah,
So yeah, so they're
yeah,
like, I'm a friend, but I'm not your friend. And this is very important actually. Like it's even with the one that are are liking men, they have to think twice at least before they go out with those kind of people, if it's nothing that it's uh, not confidence, is nothing that gives safety in that person. It's better not to go out with that person, because probably he's a chaser or something.
yeah. I agree. Yeah, it doesn't offer you anything in the way of confidence because if anything, you're just going to be more on edge.
Yeah,
It's really like what's the word I'm looking for here? It's like when I go out and like usually I'm in a group, so like if I ever like go anywhere, it's like I'm with friends and we're safety in numbers kind of thing. Like
yeah,
I never go out by myself. Like so Nicole just goes nowhere on her own
yeah,
because
me neither.
you just
Yeah,
don't know what's gonna happen. It could be you could be in a like an LGBTQ friendly place, but once you leave that place and go get a taxi to get home or whatever, you don't know what's gonna happen. So it's dangerous. Like for girls like us, it's dangerous because we have to be very aware of our surroundings because when I open my mouth, I have like a deep voice and like when other guys hear me speaking, like I can put on like the Valley Girl accent like from like Los Angeles and say, "Oh my God," and like but like that's not gonna work, 'cause I can't get away with that. That's not it's not gonna fly here. So like it's like, oh my god, you guys, let's get a cab. I'm just like, no, I can't do that.
yeah, you
So
probably
I
cannot
just
do this like without at one point laughing or something like this, or at one
yeah,
point being like, what am I doing? Why am I talking like this?
yeah. So like I just talk normally. Like this is the way I always talk, and like if a guy hears me, I'm always afraid. It's just like okay, if a guy like they might not like see straight away that I'm not a girl. They might from a distance or in passing, they might just say, "Okay, just some chick," you know. But as soon as I start talking, like guys are just like, "What the fuck?" Because I've had guys that come up to me and they've said, "Hey baby, you want a good time? Hey baby, can I buy you a drink? Hey baby, where's your boyfriend at?" And I'm just like, "Hey dude, what's up?" And they're just like, "What the fuck?" um, it's funny sometimes, but then like in the bar it's okay because you're safe in the bar, but like on the street outside, it's you know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but it didn't happen to me that much. Like to talk to people, to interact with them, like uh because every time I'm with my girlfriend, and
Mhm.
uh as I know, even from my experience as a guy, it's hard to go to girls as one to try to, you know, flirt or something like this. So probably people are not coming to us too much, and they talk to us, or probably because they know that I'm a guy. So it's yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Like immediately, like looking at you, or if I was walking down the street and I was to like just glance at you or look at you, I wouldn't know you were a guy.
Uh, yes, thank you. It's like same to you, but it seems that it's not only this. It's not by the look. I think that mostly people, like the most percent of people, don't think about this. But
Yeah, they
there's
don't care.
that yeah, they don't care about who are walking around them, or yeah. But there are some that care too much, and they're like screaming on the streets, well, he's not a girl. He's just a guy, or yeah. And that annoys me somehow, but it at the same time it sounds funny to me, because those people are just wanted to grab that attention, that they spotted something, like they were like, I don't know, a detective or something like this.
Yeah, a private eye or something. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
And they are just screaming, oh, there's not a girl.
Yeah, but like, what are they achieving? You know, what like, I'm I'm a very stubborn person, so like, if somebody did say that's not a girl, that's a wig, that's a guy, and I'd be just like, well done, you know, shit Sherlock, you know, like, you know, we're in a drag bar, you know.
Okay, that will be
Yeah,
much
good job, man.
funnier. Yeah, in a drag bar. I mean, those people that we don't have drag bars, but I am like people that come to your drag bar. There are people that probably they're there just to spot if, you know, who's drag and who's not, or something like this, or they're playing a game, because otherwise I can't imagine why they are saying this.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get it either. I mean, some people are just, you know, they just want to cause disruption and chaos, and that's all they exist for. And I feel sorry for them because they they never have peace. You know, they just
Yeah.
they have to be in the middle of something. They have to be stirring something, and you know, I'm just like, really, dude, you know, come on, why? You know,
Yeah. Also, there are people that just can't shut their mouth, and
yeah,
they have to say it like it's inoffensive in their mind, but it's not. Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, it's an imperfect world, but it's the only one we got. So we gotta, yeah, we gotta survive, girl. We gotta. Mila has a question. She says, have any of you ever dated a man?
No.
No, me neither.
No. So
I,
it was easy.
I couldn't. I couldn't, like, I know what guys are like. I'm just like, couldn't live with a guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. So no, it's
Yeah,
not.
that was a really easy answer. Nope. Adding on, I can't do it here. I can't tell anyone about it. It's messing me up. Okay. Uh, don't understand the question. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm sorry. This is the same person who lives in the boys' hostel.
Okay.
And they're adding on to the question. So they're saying I can't tell anyone about it, so it's messing them up. Um, yeah, like we said, it's such a lonely place. Yeah, I feel for you. It is tough. I mean, but like we said, I mean, it's all about hanging in there. You know, hang tough. It's easier said than done, I know, but it gets easier. It does get easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for you. It's upsetting. I know what it's like. Yeah, I know. It's I'm remembering now like what that used to be like, and it was such a hard time. Not
It
being
will be
and
okay. It will be okay. I'm sure it
yeah,
will be okay.
time is a big factor.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to get through everyone's questions. Anyone who has questions, throw them in. Okay, so someone is asking to see our outfits. They want us to like show our outfits and what we're wearing and stuff. So, do you want to do
Okay.
that or?
Yeah. I was preparing for this because at the first, in the first place, I didn't want to put my shoes on, and then I was, but what if someone will ask? Yeah. So
Do you
I
want to go
was.
first?
I think it's easier for me. I see that it's a wall behind you, so it seems that you have to turn the camera, right?
I'm gonna have to like push the camera out and stand up.
Okay. Well, do it first.
Okay. Let me see. Also, the cable for my camera is not very long, so I don't know how much of me you're going to see. But yeah, I'm wearing just like it's like a it's a black dress. What can I say? I'm wearing a blue bra. Don't look at my blue bra. It should be a black one. My black one's in the wash. Okay. Um, it's like it's a lace black dress. Everyone's like, well, all my followers have seen this 1,000 times. It's so boring. I'm such a boring bitch.
It's good. It's good. You look very good. So yeah, it's a night dress. So
Thank you.
yeah. Well, I have 3 pieces. So it's like I don't know what you can see. So it's like this with this top, and I have those boots.
I love those boots. Oh my god, I love all of it. It's just it all just works. I'm so
Yeah.
jealous. Oh my god, you've got like such a great figure for this.
Thank you very much. So we are both killing it. So it's. I hope the
One of
message
the things
will be like you
you
are
were
killing
killing it.
it. No, we are both killing it. So
Yeah.
go Powerpuff. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love all of it. It's fantastic. Um.
By the way,
Someone else.
those are from Ryanair or
What's
because
that?
I have the plates if like are from Ryanair or
It's
other
actually
than.
so. It's actually from several different airlines. So when I was working doing that, I used to go to yeah, Ryanair was one. But because it was in the UK, I go to Jet2, EasyJet as well. That was another one.
Okay.
Also, Star Air, which is like it's like a cargo airline. They transfer freight.
Wait a second. No, I wasn't asking about airlines.
Oh, sorry.
I was talking. I have some breastplates that are from Ryanair. That this is the how it's called uh
Fine.
the brand of
Oh,
not Ryanair the airline.
there's an airline called Ryanair in Ireland. I thought you were asking about. Okay, that's hilarious.
No. I was talking about what are the brand, and I was like, if they're, I don't know, if they're comfortable or not, because the ones that I have are very, I don't know, I make me sweat very much, and that's why I was asking.
Okay. Yeah, my boobs fly.
And I was starting to think, why all of the breastplate company have those those airlines names.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Um, so when I catch my breath, yeah, your boobs, Your boobs look amazing, by the way. I've seen your post with your breastplate. They look fantastic. These
Those
ones,
are looking better, to be honest. That's why.
these boobs, these are big silicone titties. These ones are from a seller from China called Fashion Silicone, and they need to pay my ass. They need to pay me for all the advertisement I've been giving them because I've been giving them so much. Everybody asks about my boobs, and they're like, "Where'd you get your boobs? Oh my God!" And I'm just like 1,000 times, they're from this place in China, and I give the name. I need to like those guys need to send me at least like a free set of boobs. I've sent so many customers their way. These, yeah, they like I don't know if they're called that anymore. Like when I bought them like 5 years ago now, like I've had these like 5 years. Um, they were called Fashion Silicone, and I searched for so long to find like a pair that worked for me because
Yeah.
like as you know, there's the pair is the pair you have. Do they go up to your neck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's yeah. It's so hot. It gets so
Yeah.
sweaty, and yeah.
Yeah.
These only go as far as here, and
Oh, okay.
then like they strap like a bra around the back, and
Okay.
then like it's
So
just
you
like a
have
chest piece.
the back it's mostly empty, like without.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
So yeah,
just
it's much better.
two straps. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, much
And
better.
yeah, so much cooler. And then what I usually do is I use a square sheet of cotton, and I put it between my chest and the plate, and
Hmm.
it just creates like a barrier so that you don't like sweat so much, and it so it can your skin can still breathe. And on nights out, that's really good because like as like going into a nightclub, it's really hot. I'm always going outside. I don't smoke, but like I have to go to the smoking area because I need to have, you know, some kind of air, and I'm just like, you know,
Yeah, I
um,
understand. I understand. Yeah.
yeah. But like the pair you have, where did you buy yours?
Uh, well, they send it to me like as your brand had to do.
Oh,
They send it to me for advertising uh,
brilliant.
1 year ago, and it was in the middle of the summer. And for advertising, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm very grateful for this. It seems that it has someone else. It has to send me, of course, for advertising. I don't wear them too much
Mm.
because uh, it's cool. Like I wanted to have it, but after I had it, I was like, because of the sweating and all of the stuff, and I was like, probably I will wear it from time to time. So yeah, but yeah, they're good. I mean, they're probably the most popular out there, uh, and they also have the one with back with empty back as yours. But
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't choose that when they were telling me that they would send me. Yeah.
To be honest, like the full like up to the neck and like the full plate, um, like that's probably the next one I'm gonna get because I just I think it looks better. I have to like everything I buy, like clothing
Yeah, you
wise,
have
I
to
have
do
to
something.
yeah. Or I have got like a few necklaces that like I can put here, and they
Yeah.
work fine, so I can wear like open chest dresses and things. Um, and that's fine. And like because like I like to match my jewelry, like I have like my earrings, like I like to wear my earrings, and like I have my necklaces, I
Yeah,
like to
they're
wear my necklaces. Thank you. And like it just it you gotta match, you gotta accessorize. Um so I just I like I think if I got one that was like a neck like a whole piece, like that would be better. So that'll probably be the next one I buy. But yeah, we'll see how far that is. When it starts to get cooler here, maybe, because like it was like 30 degrees here last week, which is way too hot, like way too hot.
30 degrees, you said?
Yeah,
Celsius, you said, you're right?
Celsius, yeah.
Here are 40.
40?
Yeah, it
Wow.
was just 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm not going to complain anymore. 40 is way worse.
No, I'm lucky because we are living in not a basement, but almost a basement, and here is cooler than in other places. So we don't even have to start the air conditioner. So it's okay.
Okay. That's pretty good then. That's it. You can still wear your wig and you can still put your makeup on.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I'm just trying to catch up on question. Okay, so Ashley asks, where did you learn to do your makeup?
I think it was from YouTube video and actually from my girlfriend. I mean, she was telling me stuff, and I've put into practice like more than I used to do before I was met her. So yeah, it's not that hard. The hardest part is to do your eyes, but I think I already start to talk with accents sometimes with your Irish accent. I said your eyes in a way that I don't usually say. So,
Your eyes.
Okay, and yeah, I think the eyes are the hardest to do. The rest, it's mostly like practice. You have to practice a lot. Probably all of the YouTube videos about makeup are good. So you need material like the makeup itself and lots of practice. So that's it.
Makes perfect.
Yeah.
You've got a question from Melissa. And Melissa asks, hi Olive, I'm from Brazil and I'm 53 years old. For as long as I can remember, I've been a cross-dresser, closeted, but because of my job, I had to move to another city and I spent 2 weeks alone and 1 week. Okay, so the question just stops there, 1 week. Okay, so Melissa, you're gonna have to like elaborate on this because that's not a complete question.
It's an answer to what the other one said.
Yeah,
Like it probably was
a similar kind of
yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be this, like being, yourself for longer than you want to be, and not long enough in your girl shoes, your heels. I don't know. Like if you were to go, say you were to go away for work and you had like 3 weeks to a month, we'll say, of just being like your guy self and not being able to be your girl self, how do you think you'd?
Right now, I think I couldn't do this like for more than a week. Probably will get to me. Probably if it will be like in the summertime, like 40 degrees, I will be more okay with it because lately, for example, in the last 2 weeks, I didn't do it too often because of the weather. But yeah, I cannot really imagine this right now. I mean, I've been into this situation after my last breakup when I get to my parents and I had to stay there like for 2.5 months. And actually, I've been to one of my friends and she was doing my makeup. So even in that period, I didn't had you know, too much time like without doing my makeup and do outfits. So no, I cannot imagine right now. So I'm not. I don't want to go back. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can.
I totally
I
get
know
that.
how it is, but I don't want to think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that. That yeah, like I'm the same as you. I like if I had to like not do what I do, and if I had to like go back to some prehistoric time where I had to be like
Yeah.
guy me all the time, I'd crack up. I'd go crazy. I wouldn't be able to hack it. I mean, my work week is so stressful that like the weekend is where I do my thing, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, I have to. You know,
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, I get that. Um, Mila asks, would you share your hair removal routine?
It's a normal hair removal routine. So for shaving my face, it's just I don't know, uh, moisturize it first, and then put the, I don't know, have it's cold, and then put the razor. It's better with the razor and then with the electric stuff, I think, because those things are not getting enough of the hair, and it still remains like it still remains even with the normal razor, but it's not the same. And when it comes to do my body, it's mostly like I do it like once at 2 week. Uh, and to be honest, I'm pretty hairy person, so it's yeah. I had to do it. I do only once at 2 week.
Otherwise, it gets really itchy. I find, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Like in the part, as I said before, in my ID, I have a beard, and it was not too long ago, like it was 2 years ago. But since then, I didn't grew any hair on my body. So I don't want, like, mostly I just keep my face unshaved for like 5 days, probably, but that's it.
do you find if like so the 5 o'clock shadow thing? Um, I don't know if you do this or not, but like I have like orange lipstick, and what I do is I put like if you look at like the color wheel, blue and orange are opposites on the color wheel, so I just put orange, like it's like beard cover, but like orange lipstick, and I just like dab it on my face, and then I rub it in, and I apply my makeup on top of that, and my foundation, and it just all like doesn't matter how long I have my makeup on for, like I get no 5 o'clock shadow. It's fantastic.
Wow, it's a thing to do. Actually, probably I was mistaken because I was doing with a pink, I think, concealer, not orange, and
Mm.
it was probably different. What I do right now when I go out, it's just with powder and foundation, but it's not all gone. It's never gone, like, you know.
Girl, try the orange.
Yeah, I will use that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Orange lipstick, and what I do is I take the lipstick and I just go like around here and then around here, and then rub it in until like your face is gonna look like you've been slapped around like so hard, because it's gonna be like red, look like reddish. If that's what you want, and then apply your foundation on top of that.
Yeah.
And even if you like have a really blue complexion underneath, it won't come through with the orange. The orange kind of cancels it out, and it really helps. And you would have to get like this close to my face to realize that I had like any kind of blue complexion,
Well,
because you can't see it.
yeah.
And I shaved it like it's now. What time is it here? It's now like 9:30 here p.m. and I shaved at like 3:30 p.m.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
um
yeah.
Like, this is like 6 hours, and like my hair grows really fast, by the way. So this is 6 hours, and I can't even,
Yeah. Well, that reminds me when I was in Rome, and uh, we were going out like in the morning at 9, something like this, and at 3 o'clock we've entered a store, a makeup store, I think, and it was back in the days where everyone was wearing masks, and I was like getting my mask off, and I see the hair, and I was like, what? After 5 hours. So yeah, I was panicking back then, and I had to buy something from that shop to cover it up right away.
I saw that video that you did. You went into like a makeup store to
Yeah.
buy something to cover up the 5 o'clock shadow, and I saw that video.
Yeah, I was doing that on the streets in a corner, like no one to see me.
That's really brave. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I haven't like really gone out during the day. Like, I mean, I've gone out during the day like maybe like 3 times ever. And most of the time, like, it's been, when I've been like going to therapy. Like, I went to a gender therapist before because it was a time when I was thinking of transitioning and, you know,
Yeah.
like taking hormones and things. And I just like going to my sessions like this. It was difficult because I had to like travel through like really busy city traffic, and everybody can see you in your car, you're driving, and everybody knows, like, well, your neighbors and everything know who you are, and because like I have a pretty distinctive car, like, so everyone like in my neighborhood would know my car because like nobody else has my car, and I'm just like, oh fuck, but at the same time I'm just like, I don't care, and I'm just driving along, and I'm just like, I'm doing myself, I'm doing me, I'm getting myself the help I need. I need to do this for myself. And gender therapy really helped me because it helped me understand more about like who I am, not why I do this, because nobody knows why we do this. Like, that was the biggest question everyone asks. It's just like, why do you do what you do? And it's just like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think if you ask any cross-dresser in the world, they can't tell you why, because there's no answer. It's just like, it makes us feel good. We're happy doing it. So just like, I don't care. I like, if tomorrow someone said this is why this happens, I wouldn't care. I'd be just like, whatever. I'm still gonna do it because it makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I didn't went to gender therapy yet. I'll probably not go, but yeah, it's good to do this. I mean, I will not go because I don't think people in Romania are preparing to this right now. So it's probably a take. But about neighbors, we just moved in here, and I think the second time when I went out, I was just bumping into them like in the front door. I was like face to face with my neighbors, and they were like, okay, it's okay.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't think they've realized in the moment. Like, I wasn't wearing a wig because right now when I'm going out, I go without a wig. So yeah, I don't know.
You have, I've seen your kind of like transition video where you go from like boy to girl kind of thing. You've got like longish kind of dark hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can show it. I mean, I don't have any problem.
It's up to you. It's totally up to you.
It's okay. It's okay. Because I'm already so but it's something like this. Wait a second. So yeah.
Wow.
And
oh my God.
Has been from, I don't know, 1 year or something like this.
Wow. I'm so jealous. That's gorgeous.
But
Yeah.
I think it takes you know, just patience, like, to do it. And it's one point when you are like very annoyed by your hair, like it's
Yeah.
very, very annoyed, and you look like a, I don't know, crazy poet.
A mop. Or Bob Geldof.
Yeah. And it's weird when, but yeah, but I give it a cut actually to be even. My girlfriend cut it because I don't. But right now it's because of the wig. It's, yeah.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you, okay? This is my honest opinion. I think you look way better with your natural hair.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for that. I think that too somehow, like, I feel that I'm more of myself, but the fact is that I don't know, when I go to the internet, uh, I want to people to be like obvious. Oh, it's I know who he is actually. You know, I know who she is. So yeah, so
Mm.
that's why I probably covered up with, you know, wigs.
Well, just so you know, you look great either way.
Thank you very much. Put it
I
back.
wish I could grow my hair. Like, I wish I had the patience to grow my hair. I tried to grow my hair, and what happened to me was I grew it like sort of like a bob, like it was down to like below my ears. So
Okay.
it was kind of like down here.
Hmm.
And like you said, it gets that annoying stage of growth in your hair where you're just like, okay, I can't do anything with this now. I just have to like get out of bed and go to work looking like this because you can comb your hair, but it just doesn't do what you want it to do. Like, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you've gone to that point. And I couldn't get past that, and I got it cut again, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna cut my hair. Um, so I think now I'm gonna make a conscious effort to actually grow it properly long. This time I'm gonna try and get past that poet stage. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, yeah, that stage, it's actually it's I said it as a poet stage because we have like the national poet of Romania, that is the best. It's actually looking like that. But I had, like, first time when I was trying to grow it, I cut it because I had to go to a job interview, and I was like, okay, I don't want to. I want to get it for sure, so I cut it short back. And I don't know what I was. And then 1 year after, also at the same job, I wanted to get to have bangs, like my natural hair to
Yeah.
bangs, and you know, I couldn't actually hide it. I was thinking like how to do it, like to look like, to have in girl mode to have bangs, and as a boy to not have it. Well, that's impossible actually. Like, and as a boy with bangs, it looks pretty different. I mean, like with that kind of bangs, sometimes it looks pretty different. So I was managed to do it like with I've give up on bangs. I was thinking to do it just like this.
Like it works. I mean, it works anyway. I mean, you have the rare ability, okay, and this is very rare, by the way. I don't think you understand this. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But like you have the rare ability to go between blonde and black hair, like seamlessly. I mean, if I like, I have like 7 wigs, okay, and like I have one black wig, and if I wear a black wig, I look like Morticia Adams from the Adams Family. It just makes me look so washed out and so pasty and white. It just does nothing for me, okay. And my natural hair color is black.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So like God knows what I look like as a guy because like my hair is black. Um and I just look so washed out and so like pasty. And then when I put like a blonde wig on, I think it's more to do with my makeup because like I do like kind of darker, like, you know, I do like a light like or foundation, but like I do a heavier, excuse me, kind of contour. And it's, you know, it like you can see my wig, like I am blonde, but like I need my roots done. My roots are, you know,
Yeah, it's the same.
yeah, but like this like balayage kind of style wig, you know, it's okay, you know, but
Yeah,
um, I'd love to be able to grow my hair like long and just like have it like, you know, my natural hair color, and then just try and like do my makeup via my natural hair color. You have managed to do both. You've managed to do your hair and your makeup to do like black and blonde, which that's magic. Like that's witchcraft. You know, I'm calling it. I'm calling you out on this. That's witchcraft.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I guess thank you very much for saying this, but I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Probably it's like for me, it's also a difference like from when I see myself. Probably that's why, you know, probably when you see yourself in the mirror, you see the
Yeah.
differences, but probably the others don't, I think, mostly. What I've seen is actually that with brighter wig, uh, again about the shadow, if you have a brighter wig, the shadow will see most than with darker hair. Like,
More accentuated. Yeah.
yeah.
It's, I guess, like for me, like looking at you and like looking at your posts, because I've seen your posts with like blonde hair and black hair and your natural hair, and you always look great. I mean, it's just all your posts are like really good, like really really well, like bellissimo, very 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 well. Um, like for me, like I'm always a bimbo. I'm always blonde. Um,
I've seen through your post and I like it very much. You look awesome. So it's yeah.
I'm not fishing, by the way. I'm just being honest. I'm just
For
like I'm just I'm really like my problem is I'm too honest sometimes, and like it gets me in trouble sometimes. But right now, like I'm just like, you know, you're like, yeah, your poster are awesome. Your outfit choices, I love your outfit choices. I love your hair. Your makeup is like very natural look. It's like very everyday look. It's very like my look is very obviously kind of like going out. Like I look like I'm going somewhere. You know,
yeah,
this is not something you wear to the office or going out every day.
yeah.
I don't know how to do an everyday look.
It's okay. I mean, they're not like it's not like a recipe for that. You know, it's like
Yeah.
how you feel the best. And for me, it's the fact that I actually post like every week at least 2 photos. So probably I don't know. Some of them are the same outfits and stuff like this, but I wanted to diverse like the outfits, and mostly I don't know if you see it, but mostly every time I show the whole outfit. Like
Yeah.
rarely I have because that's what matters the most to me in the first place when I started. Like I didn't know how to do makeup, and the most it matters to the outfit. But um there are no, you know, going out outfits, and it can be how you feel. And
You can go out in anything. I mean, like looking at your YouTube channel and your Instagram, like you can go out in anything. Like anything you wear, you can go out.
Yeah, also this is one of the things that I've tried to do. Like I've tried to do for everybody. Like I know especially that because we are most of us are in a closet. We don't have the money to buy expensive stuff, and uh, from what I know, actually, mostly of us spend the money to stockings and heels.
Yeah.
And yeah, uh, and yeah, we don't have enough, you know, resources or to hide them, or so. I was thinking like I have to do it for everybody when I started. Now I don't know if it's for everybody, but I hope it's still for everybody because what I wear actually in general are things that I get or at thrift shops or at sales at stores. So for 5 euros or something like this. So
But
it's not
you
sophisticated.
you make it sophisticated. That's the point. You take you take something that's, it doesn't matter how much it costs, it's what you do with it. And like you take so many different things, you put them together and they look catwalk. So
Thank,
you're doing just fine.
thank you so much. That means the world to me. So
Well,
thank
I mean it. I mean it. I mean, I if I was to look at your posts and like I've looked at them, I was just like, this bitch spends money. This bitch looks money. This bitch looks good. And you put it together so well, and you should give yourself more credit because no, you do. It's it's good.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
welcome. You're welcome.
yeah. It's hard. It's hard to say thank you. So I think I didn't think enough. So
You're absolutely fine. I'm
someone asked about if we've been to Paris, and I said that I've been. I was there. So it's like your turn if you. I don't know.
my turn.
Yeah. Have you been or?
um, I know, like from what I remember, Marissa, I'm Marissa. Marissa was like a previous guest on my live stream, and she follows you. So she wanted you to know that she actually follows you on YouTube, and she thinks you're great. So
Thank you so much,
I,
Maritza.
yeah, Marissa's awesome as well. She's really cool. She's kind of like us. She's very chill, you know, very laid back, and yeah. Um, Jennifer says, I've got a thing for lingerie. How important is it to you? So,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This is for me. It didn't get me. So I don't know what to say here. Sorry.
um,
um,
okay, I'll take it if you want.
okay.
Like I personally, um, like for me, like I really like lingerie. I buy a lot of lingerie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I don't post my lingerie pictures. They're private to me. So like I do take photographs, but like I don't post them because I'm really shy. So like I don't like, you know, they're just for me kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, because when I'm an old lady, I can look back and say, you know, I'm like the old lady from Titanic, and it's just like, oh look, was I a dish? Um, but yeah, like it's like, yeah, it's important to me. It makes me feel very feminine because like heels and lingerie are like obviously like very, very feminine. Um, yeah, but like in my private time.
Yeah. I don't know why for me it wasn't. I can't realize why it wasn't a thing for me. Like stockings or tights, I think is they're not lingerie. So, but yeah, it wasn't. I don't know why. Like I'm for boxers.
It's okay.
I feel more comfortable.
Yeah. No, it's okay because like what? Okay, so what about? Oh, I'm getting tongue tied. Sorry. Okay, so um, for you, what's the most like feminine attribute you have? Like what makes you feel the most feminine about yourself?
Well, this is a tough one because it was one point like right now I started to think like there are not really those kind of things, you know, like there's not the most feminine, the most, you know, like everything blends together, everything
Mhm.
it's there as one, and the society made it like this. But of course, my favorite things, if you put it like this, from the, you know, the girls store, are probably boots and high heels. So those are my favorite things in the world.
Like like um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I love high heels too. High heels are very sexy. High heels are very femme. Um, like yeah, they they do like finish. They complete the outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. It's true. And but I put it in an other way. Like lately, you know, uh, sometimes there are outfits that can be worn without high heels. So, but again, those are the things that I like the most. But sometimes when I go out, I try to not wear heels because I may fall. I don't know. I don't want to drag too much attention to me. So I've lately started to take platforms, and I started to watch to see if I can get some, I don't know, platform shoes with this kind of platform, you know, to wear it outside. Um, that's because I am pretty tall and
How tall are you?
uh 177 centimeters.
What's
It's
that in feet?
I don't know, 5.9
Five
probably.
nine.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a little taller than me. I'm 5'8".
Okay. Okay. I don't know what is that in. Probably you're 175. Yeah.
168 centimeters maybe.
168 cent.
Yeah,
You sure? You
maybe.
sure? I don't think.
Mm.
I think it's pretty
I
little. 168.
yeah. I'm not very tall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, no. I think
I'm pretty
I was
short.
thinking that probably you didn't convert it right. Well, that means it's good. I mean, I wanted to have that height. I mean, you can wear any kind of heels. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When I wear heels, I'm 6 foot tall with heels, like
Okay, okay,
4 inches.
okay. I understand. Yeah, yeah. No, when I wear heels, I can play basketball like easily. So it's like.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to like address this right now because this is like become a recurrent like comment that like just will not stop. And I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but like there's this one guy who's saying we deserve him. And you know, you're like the cutest girl ever, and like you deserve me, and I deserve you, and you will be my girl. And it's like, no, bitch, no.
Yeah, no.
You're very
Actually,
much mistaken.
wait a second, because someone tells us how much means 5'7". So yeah,
Oh yeah, Marissa.
so you're uh like I'm like here and you're like here, so this is the difference between us, so it's okay. Probably this, I don't know, that much. something like. I'm not showing like this. So yeah, that's what it is.
I'm sorry. Okay, you gotta read. You gotta read. Okay, so scroll. Marissa is gonna read this too. Olive, read the next. Mickey Bragg. All right, just read that comment. Just.
I don't know. I don't know which one. Under
Okay,
Marissa.
so it's under Marissa. Yeah, it's like two down from Marissa.
The one from Mickey with Jesus said to me,
Yes.
son, go to earth and
Yes.
make this is right. Talks a lot and don't let you. Okay. Yeah. Well, don't start the church. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Probably he will start a cult with a cult with this kind of preaches, but no. No, it's not okay. It's not
No,
okay.
that is not how you approach girls like us. We
Yeah.
do not appreciate that kind of shit.
Yeah, we
That
truly
is
don't.
not.
Let me see if I don't know if I can plug in. I have a very little charger, so I will stay like this. Okay.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
We got another question. What size shoes do you take? Is it easy for you to get them in stores?
For me, yes, because it's the upper sizes that like the I don't know, last size in women's store. So mostly I actually get them on sales because no one gets them. So I'm lucky
That's
for
good.
that. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Same with me. I get like so UK size 7/size 8. So it's like in EU 42.
Yeah. I have 40-41 or something like
Yeah,
that.
similar to me then. Yeah, and like and it's great because you go into the store and it's just like no girls are buying this. Mine, and they're always cheaper. They always like end up being like a little less expensive because like nobody else is buying them. So like I
Yeah,
love
exactly.
it. Oh my God, these questions just won't let up. I'm so sorry about these questions, by the way, because some of these are just like, why are you typing this? Like, again, this goes back to our DM conversation. It was just like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you send that to somebody?
Will you?
5 years ago? But yeah. Marissa says, "Are you going to get Olive drunk?" I was like, well, I don't
No,
know.
it's not. It's not that easy. No.
Nikki has been drinking since 3 p.m. So Nikki is already drunk.
Okay.
Nikki's been like, yeah, I started drinking at like, yeah, about 3 p.m. because I finished work early today because it's a bank holiday here in Ireland. So like so like I've been drinking for about 6.5 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Only beer or other?
Yeah, I'm drinking this is actually a Polish beer called Baltos.
Okay.
It's really good. It's quite nice. We've got like a lot of Polish shops and like Lithuanian stores in Galway, and they do these like imported beers and things, which are quite good. So I get those.
Yeah.
Chucky asks, when did you start going out as a woman?
When I started 2 years ago in the summer, probably it was exactly 2 years ago. So the first time when I get out, it's actually not the one that I put it like the first time because it wasn't that shocking. Let's say it like this. It was just a little makeup and I don't know, a leather pants. So that was it around the block. So it wasn't I wouldn't count that. But after I get my black wig, I was going out to a store, and that was the first time. So 2 years ago.
And how did you feel? Like it's like, did you feel like really nervous and like, oh my God, I'm doing this. Can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, always I feel nervous for the first steps. I mean, probably this is the same as the, I don't know, singers feel when they are going to the stage. Like 3 steps are harder, and then it's okay. You have to do it. So yeah, just go. So this was like the first time. I don't know why I'm afraid of the people near me, like, you know, neighbors or people in the neighborhood in general. Like I don't have anything to deal with other people's. When I get out of the neighborhood, I'm okay. So yeah.
Good. I mean, it's like I always say, like, you know, you have yourself to support, not a
Yeah.
community to impress. And I mean, the community around you is secondary to how you feel. They're just outside influences, they're external distractions, they're irrelevant to your well-being. I mean, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you are your only life support unit. You need to make sure that you are okay.
Yeah.
And you need to do you, girl. You know, you need to do, you know, what's best for you. And what's best for you is to be Olive and be yourself. And you know, if someone can't accept who you are, then that's not your problem. That's their problem. They have an internal issue somewhere that's wrong with them. It's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with you, you know.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
yeah. And I
Um,
mean, like so many people just don't get that, you know.
yeah, many people don't get uh, that, and don't get the fact that also when we are doing this, we I don't know how to put it, because people are like, okay, now you want to do this. Well, if you want to do this, you have to act it like you are doing it, you know. uh like if you are putting a wig and now you do makeup, you have to act exactly like a woman. So don't, you know, get in the standards of gestures and stuff like this.
Mm.
And this is a kind of a pressure too, because at least for me, because when I was first starting going out, I was all like, I don't know, this. I don't know. I was walking weirdly, so not as I usually walk, and I also stay at a table, like, you know, in a way. And now I find myself doing this all the time. Hey.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah.
No, wait, actually, it doesn't look good for the others, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, if you're comfortable,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, true.
I know what you mean. Like, I mean, when I first started going out, I was really, you know, conscious of my like attributes and my like mannerisms, and I was just like, okay, am I acting like a girl? Do I look like a girl? Is my hair okay? Is my makeup okay? Am I talking okay? You know, you're concentrating on so much, and it's so much pressure, and really none of it matters because nobody notices. You know, like
Mhm.
everyone is just so busy doing their own thing, and you're just there. You know, you're part of the background scenery for most people. So you're just sitting there, just like, you know, like you said, just like, yeah, you know, and and like you want to be this like cute little anime girl, and it's like,
Yeah,
but like really, like you're not that. I mean, like you're just being yourself, you know, and that's the main thing, you know.
yeah, it's very hard to. I mean, this is the point when, like, I always say this, like, uh, you were acting before, like doing boy stuff, and, you know. that you probably didn't want it to do. And now you have to act again. No, no, it's not. I don't
Yeah,
want to act again.
yeah, just be yourself. Yeah, that's the
I
main
mean,
thing. I mean, like, I feel like this is a very natural conversation. Like I'm being myself. I feel like you're being yourself. It's very free flowing. You know, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You know, there's no judgment here. This is a very like open environment, and that's the way it should be always. You know, and like I
yeah,
mean, if people were more like that all the time, I think we'd live in a far better world.
yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Yeah.
Liv says Olive has some great outfits with leather like skirts and jackets. So she really likes your outfits.
Thank you very much. I think I've seen that comment and I've said it when you're gone.
Um, Marissa says I'm holding up well. Apart from the fact that I've been drinking since 3 o'clock, this is an Irish thing because like Irish people are renowned for their ability to hold liquor. Um, we drink probably too much, and we can drink a lot. And the fact that I've been drinking for the last 6 hours is kind of like not helping the stereotype at all.
Yeah.
Let's just ignore that. Yeah, I've had questions like, okay,
I, I
so
I like drinking too, so it's
that's good. That makes
we
me
are
feel like
again.
I feel like less of an alcoholic that you've said that. Thank you. That
Yeah,
helps.
no, it's true, it's true. You're not, but it's true. I like it's one of the things that I like the most to have a drink and yeah.
Like, what are you drinking, by the way?
It's Aperol Spritz.
A spritzer,
Yeah, I think this Aperol it's called. It's
Aperol.
yeah, it's a Italian thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah,
I never had
and
that.
it's with the that thing that I don't know what it's called. So the main thing is called Aperol with Prosecco and mineral water, and
Oh,
that's it.
okay.
Yeah,
So it's like a almost like a rosé.
yeah, I think,
Yeah. Like
yeah,
a spritzer rosé. Yeah. Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
somehow, yeah, yeah.
That's so girly and like I love that. And like usually when I'm doing lives, I have like a bottle of white wine because like I love white wine. And tonight, I don't know why, I just had a really tough week at work. And I decided I was gonna have like this. This is too manly, but
I
like I
have
don't care.
I have one in my fridge that is called a beer that's called something like the weapon of Vlad the Impaler or something like this.
Wow, that is super macho.
Yeah,
The weapon of
yeah. I don't know. It's not a big company, but it's something artisanal. I don't know if this is the word. Uh, I don't know, special beer. I don't know how it's called.
that's a craft beer for sure. We call beers that we like from small companies that you don't see on mainstream like Carlsberg or Heineken or Guinness or
Yeah.
anything. We call them like craft beers that local breweries make.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
those are yeah. So those are
yeah,
crappy beers.
yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah. These ones are these are Polish.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
all
these from a Polish shop, and like we have like quite a big Polish community here in Ireland. Like a lot of Polish people live here. A lot of Romanian, actually, a lot of Romanian people live here too.
yeah.
We have, yeah.
Yeah, I have one friend there. I don't think he knows that I'm doing this, but yeah, I have one friend that we were very good friends at university, and he was moving to Dublin. He's
Hmm.
in engineering. Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite a big Romanian population here. Like Ireland is a very kind of like open society, so like we have so many nationalities that live here, like Polish, Romanian, Ukrainian, Russian. Brazilian, Argentinian, Latvian, you know, it's just everywhere really. And like I've worked with so many different people from so many different parts of the world. I've actually worked with like 3 people from Romania before. Really, really, really nice guys that I work with. And also with, you know, Polish, Latvian, Lithuanian, Russian, all really, really nice people. I love work. I love speaking with people from other countries because it's just like, you know, it's I don't know, you just get like there's such a lovely culture, like, you know, like Romanian people, like their culture is so warm and, you know, so like inviting, and it's like, you know, you want to know more, you know.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
heard a lot about Romanian people. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I don't find it like this because I live here once.
Yeah, it's probably the
But
same for like,
yeah,
if you came
yeah.
to Ireland, you probably think the same, and then I'd say I live here. It's like, no, there are a bunch of assholes over here in Ireland. Like,
Yeah, because it's normal. I mean, even to, I don't know, I think Norway or Denmark, it's the happiest place on earth. And uh, I've done I don't know, chat roulette stuff to ask people about cross-dressing at one point, and they had the little flag there from where they were from, and asking Norwegian guy or I don't know, Denmark, are you really happy? Because I heard that your country is the happiest on earth, and they're like, nah, not really.
I've been to Sweden, and like Sweden's a really nice place. Like, when I was there, it was like, you know, the people were friendly and inviting and whatnot. And I thought, you know, I've heard like living in Sweden was a really good place to be because like
Yeah,
the wages were quite high and the taxes
yeah,
were,
I heard that too. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so
But like,
not.
yeah, but then when you speak to people that like work there and live there, they're just like, it's okay. And it's just like, you know,
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible that when you're living in a place, you get bored by the place, or you get, I don't know, used to it, and you see the bad parts, like mostly than a tourist does. So it's normal.
yeah. Institutionalized is the word we use here. It's like you become flavored with everything. You become enamored with it. And
You said?
institutionalized, yeah. It means
Okay.
that you're kind of like, if you're like a mental patient or like a prisoner, and you're in prison or in an asylum for a long time, you don't know anything else apart from the world you live in. And then the outside world becomes very scary. So they say, okay, if you're institutionalized because you've spent so long in one place, you don't know what anything else is like.
Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes sense.
yeah. It's not a good way to be because you miss out on so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this is how, I don't know, I talk sometimes with some of my older friends, I don't know, that I've knew, I don't know, when I was a teenager, and I see that they didn't grow up and they didn't get from their neighbor where they were living and stuff like this. And I was like, probably they were institutionalized. I don't know.
It happens. I mean, it's fine. I mean, you know, the different cultures, different walks of life. Like we call it walks of life here in Ireland. I don't know if you have that expression, walk of life.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and I mean, because obviously I've worked with so many different people. Like you'll know people who've only known like maybe 1 or 2 different walks of life, where they've known maybe 1 or 2 different nationalities. But like in my line of work, I've worked with like 20 different nationalities.
Yeah,
And
you're used to it, so
yeah, and I find it fascinating, and I find it like interesting, and I want to know more, because the world is bigger than where you live. The world is more important than where you live. So, you have to learn and respect everyone. And that's the way I've tried to live my life. It's just like, okay, well, we do things differently here, yeah, but that's not the most important thing, because where you live, you do different to here, and that's not the most important thing here. So there's always a difference, but I think it's important that you respect the difference, and you respect that, okay, well, that's how you do things, this is how I do things, and learn from each other. And I love that. I think that's great, and especially with what we do, because we're cross dressers, it's so different, because it's not fishing, it's not hunting, it's not like golf or something, or soccer. It's not like a hobby that like everyone has. This is a very unique thing, and learning from other people from other places, it's like it's so important, and it enriches your own experience, because it's like, yeah, you shouldn't take anything for granted. And
Oh yeah, that's for sure. You shouldn't get anything from granted.
yeah,
And I mean, this is like one of the things that I talked very often lately. It's about what is called to be normality, you know. And I usually put it like normal. Okay, the word normal, it exists. You will use it because that's the word, but the concept, it actually doesn't. I mean, it's it's a bit harder to we are not normal, but actually we are normal,
yeah.
but for some kind of people we are not, but they're, yeah.
But those people to us are irrelevant,
Yeah,
because
wait, because my cats are doing things.
good cats too.
So okay. Done.
Cats are fun. Cats are annoying, and they're fun. We've got like, times where I guess we're on the same kind of convergent, where we can extract things that we, I guess, relate on levels we relate to, and levels we kind of differ on. But like, I think overall, you know like, cross-dressing is like a sisterhood. It's a a very exclusive club where very few girls go and express themselves, and you know try to connect with other like-minded people. And and I think when I first got into this, I didn't think I was going to do live streams. I didn't think I was going to have an Instagram profile. I didn't think I was going to go out and about and stuff, because I didn't have that kind of confidence when I started out, and none of us do. We're just like, this is a secret. No one's ever going to know. I'm in my bedroom and I'm never leaving this bedroom, and, we all think that at first. And then with time and practice and patience, we kind of like, we come out of our cocoon and we're like a butterfly, because like caterpillars start out as like a caterpillar, and then they transform into a butterfly. They're trans in a way, I guess, when you think about it. But we're much the same in a lot of respects. We start out as one thing and we become another, and it's important that people like us are seen and understood, because so many people don't get it. They look at us and they say, that's weird. I don't know what that's about. That bitch is wearing fake boobies. What the fuck? And I'm just like, yeah, they're fake boobies, but like, it's a real person, with real feelings, and there's a real reason for this. And even if like one person like listens and understands, it's worth it because it's educated at least one person, and like
Yeah.
that can grow, you know. So I'd say to you, kudos to you for being out there on your platform. You're public on your Instagram, you're public on your YouTube, your music, which I love, by the way. So keep doing that. You know, it's so important to be visible, you
Yeah.
know, and be out there and be, you know, yourself, because it does, it like, it reaches more people than you think. And those people need to be reached, and our stories need to be told, and our presence needs to be felt, because it's such a minority right now, and you know it needs to become the norm. I think it's time, you know, this was
Yeah.
normalized, and it's not weird, it's not like alternative, it's normal, and we are here, and we just want to be treated with the same respect as everybody else.
Yeah,
Can I
that's
get
true.
an amen?
That's very true. I mean, it's true. Actually, social media helped this a lot. Like lately, I mean, I didn't expect that this would be actually the effect of social media would help myself and other people with
Yeah.
connecting one with the others, like in this way. I mean, I've seen it like lately, probably because of the internet, we see many people that are alike, and it's like I feel very good about it. I mean, it's very cool, and as you said it, I didn't expect it to do this. Like, I didn't expect it to. I'm still in my bedroom actually, but uh, but I'm talking to many people, so that matters the most.
Yeah, it's so important, and I have no doubt that like going forward, like I mean, I'd love to do more lives with you if
Yeah,
that's something that you'd be up for.
yeah,
Um, like I feel as though we click very well. We've got quite a lot in common here, and
yeah, of course.
um, it's a very like easy conversation to have, because I guess with a lot of cross dressers, like we have a lot in common anyway, but like I think with you, yeah, like there's a lot that you've gone through and I've gone through the same, and it's just like it's kind of surreal for me, because you know I don't come across a lot of people that have the same experiences, quite the same, and it's kind of surreal. I've heard so many stories where you know people have had really bad experiences, you know, where
Yeah,
they've told their partners, and the partners have left them, and they've had children, and then they've tried to stop them seeing their children, and their families have disowned them, and their children have disowned them, and so many horrible stories, and it's really, really, really sad stuff. Um, and I like sometimes I don't know about you, but like sometimes I get like messages from people like that who've had these really terrible experiences, and they ask me for advice, and I'm just like, I don't know what to say, you know, because
yeah,
it's like,
yeah. It's normal not to say too much,
yeah,
like because we are actually. I mean, we both now we are living in a Western society when things are mostly different than the other part of the world because yeah, it's more dangerous in that part. And probably it's like you are living the same feelings that they are in a way because it's the same, closeted way, but
mm,
the society is different there. Like the society, mostly people that are telling me those messages and are coming from religious backgrounds, probably with a religious community, probably in a place where you can be, I don't know, jailed for it. So it's very hard. It's impossible given advice. You just can give hope, and that's it.
That's all you can do. Yeah. I mean, there's so many, like I said, there's so many girls that are just like out there, and they just all they want is someone to say, "Girl, it's okay to be you. It's okay to be," because all they've heard their whole life is that's
Yeah,
that's wrong. You
yeah,
know, that you shouldn't do that. That's just not right. And then someone comes along and like they say, "No, it's perfectly fine." And whether it's a cultural issue or it's a personal issue or it's a family issue, you know, it should never get in the way of who you are. No.
yeah. That's true. Yeah,
Yeah. And it's, yeah, I mean, it hits so close home for me. I'm sure it's the same for you because obviously, you know, this is such a personal thing for us. What we do is such a personalized thing. And but, like, I like to think it helps people. Like, even if, you know, I don't care about like reaching hundreds of thousands of people. Like, even if I, you know, reach one person and make a difference to their lives.
I think you reach a lot of people. I mean, this because you're doing this. I mean, uh, I didn't knew you before we've talked like 2 hours ago. So it's like it was very yeah. Uh, yeah, I think you are helping so much. I mean, you reached many people when you're doing this. I mean, I've seen your Instagram profile, and yeah, you're doing a great job. I mean,
Thank you.
you're reaching more than one people, so I'm sure for that. So
I hope so.
yeah, and
Thank you.
of course we will do others of lives. So I really enjoyed it. And I can say that this was the first time when I had this kind of conversation, like live, because wow, I usually say that one of the gifted thing that internet gave to us is the fact that we actually can cut the footage between what we say, because sometimes we can say some bullshit or something like this, but and I don't really want to talk live, but this time it seems that it was okay. So yeah,
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, it is. It is. What an age we live in. Uh, it's no, it is good. Livy has a question. She says, "It's wonderful that you both have partners who support you and like to spend time with you as Nicole and Olive." Yes, it is.
yes, of course, it is. It is
Yeah,
the best part. I mean, it's the best part of it.
yeah. I don't take it for granted, and I'm sure you don't either. It's part of a part of a bigger collective because obviously neither of us. I mean, like in the past, I've had, you know, people who I've told about Nicole, and they have been negative.
Okay.
Um, Thankfully, for the most part, um, they've been positive, but like I have had negative um feedback,
Yeah.
unfortunately. I have a younger brother. I'm the oldest of my siblings. My sister, she's younger. She's like perfectly a-okay with this, no issue whatsoever. She'll come on nights out. She
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
drag
You
me.
said that she lives 50 minutes away, so
Yeah,
from the club. Yeah.
yeah. So she's cool. My brother, he's in the army. He's younger, but he is not. He's not. No, he doesn't want to.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't want to know. Which I get. You know, he doesn't understand. He doesn't want to understand. But I respect his decision. That's his decision. But it's obviously not easy to deal with. Um, but that's just like, well, I have a close friend as well who's kind of same. So maybe like 2 people who have
Yeah.
been, you know, negative. But for the most part, like that's still 90% like, you know, effective. So, you know, that's pretty good. I'm not complaining because like 2 out of like 50 people is pretty good. Um, you know, so
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you would say here, because I actually don't tell people that I'm not sure about it. So I have to be 100% sure. And then, I mean, this is what I used to do. Right now, I probably don't care too much, but like, I don't know. If it comes into discussion, I'll tell. If it doesn't, I will not put myself out too, because yeah. Uh, yeah. I also have a friend, and as I told before, I don't tell my brother because yeah, it's
it's
I don't know
difficult.
how he will. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
No, I get that. Like, I mean, like I said, it's the same. It's the same for me. Like my brother's the same. Like he's just, you know. I have one friend who's the same. No, doesn't want to know. Um, I think, like I said, I can accept that because obviously, you know, it's not always going to be sunshine and roses. But
yeah,
at the same time, you kind of hope, you know, you hope it's going to be okay. You hope they're going to accept it. But like, you can't control anything, so go with the flow.
yeah. That's true.
Yeah. That's
But
the way I like it.
yeah. Well, I will have to go like in 5 minutes.
That's
Uh,
okay.
let's put it in a positive way.
Yeah,
uh, okay.
it's all positive. Everything here is
Yeah,
positive thinking.
I know that it's all positive, but yeah, I want to say that I will go. So let's yeah, um, because we've been through negative stuff mostly. So so
Yeah.
yeah, probably is not the right way to do it. Like to think positive, probably when it's not, or stuff like this. Uh, but again, it's like, you know, you don't have to care too much. Like even if I still care, but I try not to look like I care too much about what other things, and I don't know, just walk by those peoples and it'll be fine. I mean, they don't know your life. Exactly.
Mhm. Yeah. Keep your head up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's the way to be.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
you are
it-
killing it. You are absolutely killing it. Keep doing your music. Keep doing your YouTube. Keep doing your Instagram, and keep, you know, keep in touch with me because I think, you know, I think you're awesome. So
yeah, I think you're awesome too. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I like the fact that actually we've talked like instantly here. Like, you know, like we've just talked like 2 or 3 messages before and we are instantly here, and it
yeah,
was really fun. I mean, I like it very much. It was one of the things that and I love the fact that you're doing this, because it was one of the things that, like, I don't know, 3 months ago or something like this, I wanted to start doing, and I didn't have time, and I'm so glad that someone is doing this stuff with, you know, interviewing people and from the community and have interaction. Like, it's better for the people that watch also to see that we are interact with each other. So
definitely. Yeah.
that's cool. That's amazing.
And I hope sincerely, I hope that you will grace us with your presence again, and you will come back, and we will have
Definitely.
another round of topics, different
Yeah.
topics, and experiences. And I will continue to watch your progress on YouTube because your music channel. Um, I've been following that because I'm obviously a very big music person. I really enjoy the mixes you're putting together there. So keep doing that.
Thank you.
And also, obviously, your Instagram as well. I've started following you there as well. So keep uploading and keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I'll do it to the both channels and here on Instagram, of course. And I will actually give an advice to you to open up a YouTube channel yourself. I mean, you can do this. Yeah.
Again, for me, the same as you. It's like time. Where do I get the time? You know, it's all time. You know,
that's true.
I would love to do like a makeup tutorial channel or something. That would be like a transformation channel, like boy to girl kind of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to do. But again, just like I gotta squeeze in the time. So yeah. Maybe at some point.
Cool. What did you say? The point?
No, maybe at some point.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a question, and I was, I wasn't. Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, I guess we'll call it a night. I keep going on. I keep going all night. That's my problem. I just don't want to stop. But
you will stay here, and like you'll keep going with the live and
no.
Oh,
No. Like if you were going to stay, I'd keep going. But like I'm just like me on my own. I'm not as entertaining. People are just like, oh, Nikki. After 5 minutes, just like, Nikki, go to bed.
I don't know. It was happened to me too. Like I was doing lives like 1 year ago. I didn't do that much lately, and it was happened to me too. Like it was like the same questions, same things, same conversation all over again, and probably I've bored a lot of people. So so it is very, very hard. Like it's yeah. But to me, at least, like we had a conversation like for 3 hours, and
yeah,
you're awesome. I mean, it's.
I know, right? I'm right. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, you're awesome. You're awesome too, and I really hope we can do this again.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and like obviously, there's always like with girl stuff. There's so much to talk about. There's no end.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do one when I will be the one that gives you questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd love that. Yeah. If you're ever doing a live, I'd be honored if you had me on your stream. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, well, for sure you'll be. So yeah. I had a really good time, so I love it. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. All right. Okay then. Well, I will bid you good night, and we shall go and maybe make some photographs for Instagram and videos for TikTok. I don't know. Let's see how I feel later. But yeah. In the meantime, much love and look after yourself. Keep being your amazing self, and I shall chat to you very soon.
Yeah. Goodbye to everyone, and thank you for having me here so much. Bye-bye.
And before you go, remember, it's Olive Lestrada on YouTube. Go follow her, and go follow her on Instagram as well, because her content is awesome. So go.
Thank you so much.